Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and I'm currently in the tub with the Land of Pain. Not to be confused with House of Pain, the 1990s American hip-hop group, but depending on the controls there may still be a degree of jumping around. Right, now I've got that awful pun out of the way, I can divulge a bit more about the Land of Pain. As you may have guessed, this is a horror game, and it was released on the 13th September 2017. So it's currently priced at £8.99, however there is a 20% discount on, that runs until the 20th of September, and that brings the price down to £7.19. Now, it was developed by an Italian dude, I believe, by the name of Alessandro Guzzo. I'm very sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but it is described as a Lovecraftian horror adventure. Now, the only thing I'm hoping is that that isn't code for, like, walking sim. But we're just going to jump in there and see if it can manage to scare me and whether it's any good. Do you want to start a new game? Yes, we do. Can I not? I'm using a controller here, but would that rather mouse? Because I can't distinguish between them two options. We'll go with mouse. The Land of Pain. No sound as of yet, which is a little bit worrying. Hopefully that'll all change. Ah, yeah, I can hear stuff. Whoa. Okay. I thought I didn't load any textures then, but it's fine. Okay, so it's giving me controller, keyboard controls, but I'm going to stick with the controller because if you've got any history of my videos, you know my keyboard makes a hell of a lot of noise. This is quite nice. It's quite a looker. I'm thinking of Firewatch, to be honest. I would admit it doesn't look anywhere near as good as it did in the screenshots. But maybe I haven't tinkered with the settings correctly, but that's probably because there wasn't a lot to tinker with. Oh, that tree's seen better days. I wonder what's happened to that poor tree. Everything else seems to be thriving. And I don't think we've played a horror game on the In the Tub series before in the form of Darkwood, but never one quite like this. So usually my In the Tub woods are made up of a lot of jump cuts, just to get to the interesting parts. I don't really know how this is going to go. We'll be patient though. I'm actually getting Skyrim vibes. I feel like I've just come out of the starting cave and I'm on my way to Riverwood. Look at it. I mean, it looks like Skyrim. And that's not particularly a compliment there. The graphics aren't as great as you might first think. I mean, it plays with lighting quite well over there. I'm just waiting for something to happen, I guess. I really hope my fears of walking simulator aren't right. Should we mess with some controls? Oh, we can jump. Thank God. Yes, that means that House of Pain reference doesn't go amiss. Who are we? Have we got feet? We do have feet. We're a fan of denim. Not particularly scary yet. Of course, we're like, what, 3 minutes in? Yeah, this is definitely... Oh, press J to open and close your journal. You really want me to use the keyboard, don't you? Maybe J means select. Yeah, it does. Back to the old cabin. Finally, after a 2-hour hike through the woods, I've arrived. Autumn is approaching and there's already a chill to the air, but boy is it beautiful out here. From where I am now, I can see the old cabin down at the bottom of the valley. Dad was in love with nature. Always said I took after him in that respect. I'll make sure I look after the place for him. I plan to spend the night there, then leave at dawn to start the hike. It has a breathtaking view from the top, just where the big cross is situated near the precipice. It always makes me feel at one with nature, just what I need right now after the past few months. Oh, you've had a rough few months, dude. Where's the cabin? Can you see it? I can't see it, actually. I thought we might be able to from here. But fine, we're going to spend the night in an old cabin in the woods. And that is where I imagine bad stuff will happen. Maybe it's all a dream. I'm not too familiar with like Lovecraft novels, to be honest with you. Obviously I know the Raven, thanks to Simpsons. I know about Cthulhu. But the most I know about Lovecraft is just from when it's referenced in popular media. But I think I can take a fair guess of what sort of atmosphere it's trying to craft when something describes itself as Lovecraftian. Just a little alarm now, we're doing a lot of walking. It's more like a hiking simulator. I don't mind a bit of like lure us in with the walking, but it's going on a bit. Can't see any wildlife either. I was hoping maybe see like a deer grazing, or even birds. I think I can hear birds. I can't see any. Just a lot of ugly trees. I suppose in the dark this would be very scary to be wandering through. Ah, what's that over there? A woodyard. Let's have a look. So there must be people here because they've cut up all these logs. Oh! Firewood. Oh no, bloody hell, you can jump really high. Okay, left mouse button to interact. What would left mouse be on a controller? There's already enough firewood in the cabin to keep me warm for a while. Was that X? Yeah, I think it was. More firewood. Alright, we can't do nothing here. And someone's kindly chopped up a bunch of firewood. Should we give this dude a name? What's a good strong name? Bertie. So we'll play as Bertie, trying to find this cabin. Give him a bit of backstory. He's had a rough few months. He's fell off the wagon again. And Bertie's a mean drunk, as the landlady of the ship knows all too well. So now he's come out here in the forest to try and find some solitude. And maybe recapture the purity of life he'd lost. Once he's split up with his girlfriend and lost the kid. He's still got the cat though. For what it's worth, Mr. Tibbles. If it wasn't so depressing, it'd almost be quite a cute couple, Bertie and Tibbles. But Tibbles is one of them spiteful moggies. Doesn't let anyone near her. Least of all Bertie. She scratches, she bites. She's old now. She's never always like that. She's an old cat. You know how they get. Right, I suppose there's only so much story I can I can provide for this game. Come on, Bertie. Let's get you to the cabin. Oh shit! Who's gonna feed Mr. Tibbles? Wait. I also realised I called him Mr. Tibbles, but then made it clear that it was a female cat. Just one of the reasons why she's so angry. She has a real confliction in her life. An identity crisis for the poor cat. Okay, that things wouldn't be made like this, would they? A path just made here, and how would you get up here? There'd be steps. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I hardly ever hike. When I say hardly ever, I mean like never ever. And on we go. More walking. At least the flowers here are really pretty. I'm starting to see the same models of trees popping up now as well. You haven't fooled me, the land of pain. Is it Lovecraftian in the sense that this is the land of pain? So at first you thought it may be quite nice, but if you're stuck here for an eternity, forced to wander this boring landscape, eventually manifests itself in pain. Ah, the cabin! We found it. I wonder if we could see that from up there. Maybe my eyes aren't good enough. But thankfully Bertie finally finds his father's cabin. And after a trek that felt like it took months, he can finally rest. He goes to text his friend Mark, reminding him to feed Mr. Tibbles. However, he realises he left his phone in the car and only brought this dumb diary. Bertie admires the huge log. An energy not felt since childhood overtakes Bertie and he decides to climb the tree. The precarious bark feels exciting under his feet. Oh my god, that's actually kind of scary. What if something just jumped up now? Oh, there's a lot of fish in there. Okay, so fish were modelled. What's that? What would happen if we jump? Does the game want us to jump? Okay. Whoa, we can swim as well. You'll get lost very easily there. Thank God we know up is the way to go. Right, now what do we see? Is that barrel? Okay. You can't do bugger all with the barrel. Once Bertie comes to his senses, he curses himself for doing such a juvenile activity. He's now soaked through and his jeans feel heavier than anvils on his legs. Interact so we can open the door. Beautiful. Bertie makes it to the cabin, safe and sound but a little bit sopping. He closes the door behind him because, although he's alone here, he will not forget his manners. He picks up the hammer. Okay. He admires the boar head. Maybe doesn't. He lights the fire. It's cold in here. I guess I should light the fire. I got the fireplace ready last time, so I only need to find some matches. Bertie soon curses his dwindling brain cells due to the drink, as his short-term memory has been shot thanks to countless evenings of whiskey and brandy. He can't remember where he put the matches. He has a look round the cabin, and he finds some really old orange juice. Okay, Bertie finds the matches pretty easily. A box of matches. There's only one left. Bertie kicks himself for not pre-planning accordingly. Okay, let's light this baby up. Oh my god. Now I need to fetch some water for tonight. I think I left a bucket around here somewhere. You did, Bertie. Ah, now we can dry our clothes at least. Soon his denim trousers are more than dry, and you can carry on with today's activities. Where's the bucket? There we go. Here it is. The well isn't far from here. It's at the end of the path in the woods. Not really concise directions, dude. Look. Bertie, you sack. There's woods everywhere. I suppose this will constitute as the path, though. Oh, no, probably here. Oh. Conspicuous bunker. You can press H to receive a tip from the main character. Only use it if you're really stuck. Okay, I don't know what. We could press H, I guess. You need to get some walk from the world of words at the end of the path leading from the cabin into the woods. Sure, but it's not this, is it? Why the hell is there a padlock here? This was an old waterworks system. It's been lying disused for years now. It's locked, but I don't need to go in there. I'm sure you will do later. I mean, I get the idea that you need to set a scene for this, but I really wish it would move on a bit. Bloody hell. To say I'm bored is a bit of an understatement. I mean, I love narrative-driven games. I love, like, atmosphere and story, but the game's failing to build any of that right now. I mean, I've done most of it myself. Bertie approaches the crass excuse for a well, which is nothing more than a rock with a hole in it. He fills up his bucket and has a nap, or blinks, slowly. There, I filled it. This should be enough to drink and have a wash tonight. Bertie often gets weird feedback about his hygiene routine, as not many people tend to drink the water they've just washed in. But that doesn't bother Bertie, and he heads back to the cabin. Bertie says, what the fuck? There's a huge marble in the lake. Oh my god, Bertie rejoices that finally something is happening. What the hell is that thing? Bertie says. Oh, should we get closer? I mean, I'm not too scared by a huge marble. Bloody hell, we've got to touch it, haven't we? Surely. It's kind of cool. I like it though. Touch the objects. That's what you'd like, wouldn't you, game? You'd like us to touch the object. I'm not going to bow down to your terrible inflicting rules. We'll touch it because we want to touch it, not because you told us to. Ah! Where's it taken us? The land of pain. Oh, as if we didn't already know that. Bertie's not happy. He touched the marble and his bloody game crashed, making him reload the damn... What's this bloody game called? The Land of Pain. Is he stuck here forever? You think he just might be. Now, if the game crashes again, I, and indeed Bertie, may lose my shit. Come on. Please don't crash. I want to get further. You've intrigued me with the huge marble. Oh, this is better. No, wait, we got here last time. I swear to God, if you crash, get past it. You can do it. Please tell me you can do it. See, that loading bar doesn't fill up, does it? That's not what it is. So we have no inclination of how close we are to getting through to the next segment. Come on, load for me, game. Load for me. Ah! Bloody hell, this is the most tense I've been all game. Oh. Oh. Oh crap, I don't think it's going to do it. It's taking... Oh! I spoke too soon. We made it through. Wait, what the hell? Okay, we're in a cage. What the? What have we got here? What's going on? Where am I? What was that? That thing I touched? You never play Marble Madness? Right, so we've got some escaping to do. There's a generator here. We can examine the lock. Can we? Gate. It's secured with a chain. I'm stuck, said Bertie to no one in particular. He looked at his feet and noticed a weird... What is this? There are some large cables connected to this strange platform. They're coming from the ground. Right, so what can I... Oh, we got a rock. Maybe I can use this rock to break the padlock. That was pretty lucky. Right, take this padlock. Bertie blinks slowly once again as he breaks the padlock free. We've done it. I think we've got a checkpoint as well. It's a sort of floppy disk. A universal sign for saving appear in the top left. Blood. It's not our blood, is it? A journal. Of course. Of course. This would be a perfect time to write in our journal. An unknown place. What's that? That spherical thing. It seemed like something otherworldly, not man-made. As soon as I touched it, I saw a bright white light. The world around me began to warp and bend in on itself, and I felt fear. An indescribable fear, unlike ever I felt before. When, for a moment, it felt as though I was leaving my body. The terror. It was so strong, my senses abandoned me. When I opened my eyes, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was in a place I'd never been before, trapped in a cage. Fortunately, I managed to escape. But what happened? Where am I? I don't recognise this place. I need help. I totally agree. Should we mess around with the generator or something first? Maybe we can take out these? Nope. Can't do anything with that. Oh wait, this is a cabin. Oh, I really don't want to see what caused all that blood. It's shut tight, it seems to be locked from the inside. I guess we'll carry on then. I'll admit it, I mean, I've said this before, I scare very easily. So now the setting and mood has drastically changed. I can feel the tension. God, I'm just a bit scared of what could be rendered in this game. Like what horrible contraption. And obviously we know Lovecraftian sort of entities can be terrifying. Look at bloody Cthulhu. If we see anything like Cthulhu here, I will shit myself. Jesus. Okay, let's keep going. As long as there's nothing behind me, it's all good. And even if there is, we're not going to turn around so we won't know. The rather annoying land of pain crashed on me once again, and my patience is starting to wear thin. I've definitely made my mind up about this game. It's not very good at all. A lifeless walking sim at the moment. We've got further than the last crash. God knows how long it will go on for. But no, I can't say I'm enjoying this. It's just not very good. It really isn't. I think, unfortunately, we see a lot of these games on Steam, and for this week's In the Tub With, I've stumbled upon one. Alright, well, I just want something to bloody happen. The big giant marble was a nice start. But here we go, just endless walking. We had the lightest puzzle with the rock and the padlock. I mean, but it was hardly a brain teaser, was it? I mean, you can do, it doesn't have to be all action, all scares. I'm not saying that at all. You can do sort of, you can build atmosphere, you can build tension while still keeping me very engaged. You know what I mean? You can lead me on the story, you can get me hooked. But you can't just make me walk from a cabin to a well back to a giant marble. And I suppose for a bit of context, you may see this in a heavily condensed video, but I think I've been playing this for close to sort of 30 minutes now. Maybe over that. And I think that's more than enough time to get the ball rolling, you know? There we go, there's a light on in that house. I should ask for help. Okay, that could be scary though, going into a house. I'm about to eat my words. Is there anyone at the window? Jesus, is it locked? Oh, fuck. Alright, maybe this is where I get scared. It's dark, there must be a light switch around here or somewhere. There we go. We'll take the baguette. Oh, there's a terrible smell in here. Jesus, I hope it's not someone's guts. A page. Today's discovery was incredible. That coded book seems to contain the instructions to make the machine work. The machine is faithfully reproduced in a set of drawings which appear easy to understand. For decades we have sought an understanding of its function. Now, finally, we possess the answers we were looking for. We have already begun working on a translation for the book. Our evidence suggests that it was written by a distinct ancestor of ours. It was situated in an old room buried beneath the ground. It was a stroke of luck we were able to find it. Inside the room we also found a number of metallic parts which seemed to share the same technology as the machine. A telephone? No, no signal, it doesn't work. What is that? A curious object, whatever it is, has clearly been made with great care. I like it, it looks pretty cool. Can't play with a TV. A broken ladder. The ladder's broken in two, so we can't get upstairs? Shit, what about this door? It's locked, so there's no way to open it. Well then, I can't see us getting out of here. I should see what's up there, but the ladder's broken. I need to find a way to climb up. Okay, so we push you. I don't know how we'd do that. How about a trusty hint? The ladder is broken. Perhaps there's something nearby I can use to climb up. Maybe in a dump. Sorry, what? Do you need a dump? Is there a dumpster nearby? What have we got here? I'm looking for a dump. Has anyone seen a dump? How about we just... Nope, we can't climb. Are you a dump? Ah, could this be a dump? No, it's locked. So there's no way to open it. Alright, fine. We must figure out this dump challenge. I don't have a damn clue. I'm thinking maybe we sod the the room with the light on. I don't want to go there. Probably nothing worthwhile anyway. I'm more intrigued by this cave. Oh! I'm not going in there, it's pitch black. Oof, okay, fine. If only I knew what to do. I'm struggling to decide whether this is my own ineptitude or it's the game's fault that I can't figure out what the bloody hell a dump is. Right, the awfully buggy, poorly designed, downright shit the land of pain crashed on me again, and that's one time too many, enough chances for this god-awful game, so I'm not going any further. I don't really think it deserves it. Look, basically put it this way, if you want some Lovecraftian horror, why don't you go read some Lovecraftian horror, do yourself a favour and steer well clear of this game. I will be seeking out a refund for this, because I just don't think it's acceptable, unfortunately. A first for In the Tub With. But, I mean, apart from all of that, if I've managed to maybe stop one person from making an uninformed purchase on this game, then perhaps my unofficial job has been done. So if you enjoyed this episode of In the Tub With, please go ahead and leave a like, it helps out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more, we do daily Let's Plays as well as In the Tub Withs every Monday, and we also live stream twice a week. Go ahead and subscribe and I'll bring that to you. If you've got any comments you want to raise, where the hell is the damn dump? Have you played this? I'm very sorry if you did. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright? See you!